Alright everyone, so here's a video I've just decided to put together. Sometimes bonsai doesn't have to be expensive, and sometimes you can get lucky. Maybe not lucky this time. These poor little hedges that I found on the street, someone dumped them on their nature strip. Probably because of the summer heat, it knocked them out and killed them. Or I don't think they're dead, but they're looking pretty sickly. But I don't know if you can see, there's some nice green little tips here. And, you know, buxus are pretty strong, so they've got some nice, interesting bark as well. Nice trunks, little trunks there, looking quite good. This is what I would do this is a cheap way to do some bonsai, I guess. Never know where you can find your material. I think buxus are pretty hardy. Might as well give it a go to see if it will keep it alive. This guy is a little bit better condition, a bit greener. So I think this might have a good chance, but when you look at trees like this, I mean, you got to give it a go. You got to actually be a bit ruthless and see what happens. You haven't got anything to lose. What you got to gain is a nice little mini tree, maybe a little tiny little mini bonsai you can make out of it. This is what I try and do with buxus. It helps. I mean, this poor tree was in a hedge somewhere, and person decided to get rid of it. I think the summer heat killed off quite a few of them. But yeah, you just really get stuck into it, reduce it as much as you can, pot it up into some nice open mix, and it comes up pretty good. So the first thing I do is probably just cut off most of the branches and keep some of the main ones, because I know this will shoot back quite readily. Maybe pick out, and eventually reduce the root ball as well. But lots to do, but very quick. It's a very quick little exercise. And you know what? If it recovers, it recovers. If it doesn't, then so be it. It's a nice little experiment, a nice way to try. So I just get stuck into them. Maybe I'll have a go at the big one first. I'll do the deader one first. So this has got a much nicer trunk. Totally, really, in terms of thickness down here, looks pretty good. It's got a lot of straight branches, so it's not a matter of. Really just a matter of finding maybe a nice line. It doesn't really matter at this stage, but we've got to really cut it back all pretty much to a nice little mini tree, about that big, I reckon. About that big. Pretty much start cutting back all these dead bits. You can keep that. A bit of reverse taper. Maybe that's not the best side. Maybe this side's nicer. Leaving this little guy. This nice. So it's a nice taper along that little. So when I talk about taper, so it goes from thick to thinner to thinner to thin top. Whereas if you look here, it's pretty much the same thickness all the way. Again, same thickness. So I might actually go keep this with this line. So I'm going to regrow all the branches anyway if it survives. So without all the wounds, you probably see a lot of wounds in there, but I don't really care at the moment. I just want the tree to survive and maybe have a nice little shape to it. So you can see we'll fix this up in the future if it survives in terms of the wounds. You know, you can hollow it out a little bit if you want, but that's not the main bit. The main bit is just getting it to survive and maybe keeping a shape that will be interesting in the future. I can see there's some nice, looks like some nice dead wood. Anyway, I'm forming along here, so that should be good in the future. But you know, just clean this up. I might just Don't like that. So see if these survives. So that's pretty much what I would do to this tree and see if it recovers. Now look at the roots. I mean, it doesn't look too dry. There's a few dry bits, but it's pretty moist because it's been a bit wet lately. But now I'll just clean up the rest of this, make it a lot smaller, and put it in a pot in some nice open mix, and hopefully see what happens in the next month if we get any warmer weather. Buxus seem to grow around most of the time of year, and probably now in autumn as well. It will grow a little bit more. So I think we'll just reduce that root ball quite a bit and get into a pot, and I'll show you the result after this. So this is the result. Nice little mini, so you can see what I'm thinking. I left that's a decent amount of roots in there, nice and white as well, nice and healthy, but just never know if the tree's too far gone or if it will survive. But it's a good little mini, you can see already. So now just grab a pot. I'll probably put it in there. It's a nice, very open mix. My own mix. It's got a lot of perlite and pine nuggets and diatomite that we can get in Australia. Just going to tie the tree into that pot. I'm not too fussed about the front. I just work it in. Tie it up. And just to secure the wires, I use my pliers just to pull down and secure that. Now it's secure in the pot, it's not going to move, nice and good. Now I'll just top it up with some bonsai soil and then just leave it. So that's pretty much it for this little guy. I'll just give it a water in a minute after this, I'll do the second tree. And you can see, if it comes up, it's going to be a nice little tree. Nice little fat base. nice little grow pot to put it in at the moment. But that's pretty much it. So that's one tree down. So this is the next guy. Same process as we did before. Looks like it all died on this side and it's got healthy foliage on this side. This is probably more likely to survive. Same process. Really, I'm not going to keep any foliage. I'm just going to take everything off it and make a little mini again. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at a nice tree line. So there's a nice little slant, it'll form an upright maybe one day. That could be a nice little direction. That's too straight, that big ugly top. So he's gone, pretty sure. I don't see anything there. These guys are too low for me, so they're easy, gone. Still like that line, that'll give us a nice tree in the future. That line is too straight, but this line here, if you can see it, is a nice line. Nothing up there I'm going to use, so that's going to all come off anyway. As the rain starts to come down a bit more today, first day of rain in a long time in Melbourne. Yep, so I'm gonna go this line. And everything else can come off. I might leave this guy a short little stub. I'm going to leave this guy a short little stub because I might actually use him in the design in the future, so I don't have to regrow the branch. It's really important to get taper in bonsai in trees, and you might as well set it now. And if it survives, it survives. So if we plant it on a slight angle, you can see what I'm talking about. Slight angle there, come out this way, might be nice. Yeah, probably won't use these guys, but I might get rid of him. And leave that guy there maybe just in case. So I'm not going to use the whole thing. Again, I'm going to have a small tree. I wouldn't think it's going to be more taller than that. So let's hope it buds back. When I do this cut, if I pick this as the front, I'll try and do the cut at the back. So I'll come back here and go snap that off. So the cuts at the back. And yeah, so there you go. That's the next little tree. You can see again, this comes up and pushes foliage everywhere. That'll be a nice little mini again. Boxes have a nice little, and they have small leaves as well, so you can do a nice little mini out of them. And it's quite an interesting tree. So now I'll just reduce the root ball again, and that's it, and repot it. So cut it back, not much left. I try and get into the base to try and get rid of these heavy roots because we never need them. We only need the fine roots in bonsai because we tie the trees into the pots and to secure them. That's pretty much it. I've done the, I washed off some of the soil and you see the nice roots there. They look pretty nice and white and healthy. So a couple of big ones that we don't need. Alright, so same process. Another pot. This one I might just try and plant a little bit on an angle. And the way you can do that is use the soil to hold it. Again, we'll tie the tree in. go nice and tight in. I've got a little angle on it. So now just top it up with soil. That's one too. All done, guys. So you can see from 2 dump trees on the street, they could or couldn't survive, but they're pretty much free. I have 2 possible little mini buxus here. If they survive and push out, great. If they don't, oh well. I only lost a few minutes of my day to do that to them. But buxus again are pretty hardy and pretty strong. I would expect them to actually shoot out before winter, and should have some little minis. I might do a follow-up if they survive. If they don't, goodbye. But I'll just show you one that I did. Same process too, but this happened more in late spring. So I'll just bring it. I did the same process, and I'll show you what I've done. So this is the one I did in spring. Same process. It was just found a buxus that was discarded, and look at that. Look at my shoot everywhere. Shooting a lot from the back. Haven't done anything to it. It's not probably ready. I'll probably give it 6 months to recover to a year. Maybe do something in spring and pick some branches that I want to keep and make a nice little, probably a nice little broom style tree for this. There you go. See, it works. So pretty much leave these 2 trees alone for the next 3 months. I won't even touch them. I won't even, just look at them occasionally, see if they've shot, pushed out some shoots, but pretty much don't touch them at all. There's no need, nothing to do except just leave them in the garden. If they survive, they survive. And there you go, free bonsai pretty much. Doesn't have to always cost you too much. And just be on the lookout for discarded trees. Okay, enjoy. Hope you enjoyed that video. As I said, please subscribe as always and like my videos, and I'll keep these going. Every time I do some work on my trees now, I'll be videoing it. So hopefully you guys can see what I do. Thanks, guys.